What is up, everybody? I hope you guys are doing well. Today we're going to take another look at 7, probably one of the most OP heroes in the game at the moment. I'm going to go through my build for you guys. I'm going to show you guys exactly what I did and how I managed to do almost triple the damage of most of the other players in this game. Let's have a look. You can see my stats here. Stats don't lie. So I'm going to start off by showing you the items that I got and I'll explain why. You can just screenshot this. I'm not going to dwell too long on it. We got extra regen, superior stamina, magic leap, and leech. Next up, we have basic magazine, monster rounds, long range, and frenzy. But here we have the important stuff. This build revolves around the spirit build. So we got duration extender, improved reach, improved spirit, mystic slow, rapid recharge, superior cooldown, and the refresher. That refresher is pretty important. While we are looking at the laning stage, we've got me versus Lady Geist. She's pretty squishy, so am I, but I think I should be able to handle that. The only thing that I don't like about this guy is his weapon. The burst fire doesn't do it for me. Never in any game do I like burst fire. If you've known me for a while, you'll know that. But let's quickly just run through some of those items and why I did those items. The basic magazine and monster rounds, both are tier 1 items, only cost 500 gold. You just need a little bit of items so that you can farm throughout the game. The long range, so that I can fire it from a distance, because this build I do not want to get close to the enemy really. And then frenzy I bought pretty later on, just as a good amount of damage coming out from that. It's like 30% increase on your weapon damage, so really strong, but that all you got later on. We also, in the vitality slot, have the extra regen. That's just for the laning stage. You'll see it's one of the first items I usually get, just so I can sustain in lane and then bully my opponent. And then superior stamina, we want to be able to dodge, because once again we don't have the HP to stay in fights here. And then the majestic leap, really important to this build. You'll see I also get it pretty early on. It's just so I can get up high in the air and be able to dish out ample amounts of damage. And then leech I got later on, because you need to be able to lifesteal a little bit, because at some point your enemies are going to be feeling strong and they are going to start firing at you during the storm. You need to sustain that, because they're going to feel like they're doing damage and you're just going to end up killing them eventually. So leech, really good. Now here comes the important bits. We've got the duration extender, which we'll show you guys later on, and that's just to extend the duration of your ultimate. Alright, at first it extends all the abilities, so your Q when you're farming, all of those things, that's going to help out a lot. You can always upgrade it later on, but I never got to that point. Improved reach, I want to be able to use my ult at a longer duration. I want to be able to throw my stun at a longer duration, further duration, but I focus that on the ultimate. Improved spirit, just so you deal more spirit damage. The mystic slow, so that when the spirit damage hits them, they start moving slowly or slower, so you can deal more damage. You've got more time to deal damage. You got the rapid recharge. I like that just for your Q, because like I said, you're not going to be close, you're not going to be spamming bullets so much, so I can use my Q, my lightning ball, very often. And then the superior cooldown on your ult, that's going to work in very well on your ult, but also the cooldown will help with the refresher, which is the last item in our slot. The refresher we use so that we can pop a double ult. Once your team, the enemy team, thinks, listen, we've gone through the danger, we're alive, we're okay, the next thing you know, you hit them again with a wham bam freaking lightning ult. So that is the reasoning for these items. Now let's discuss the laning a little bit. You'll see I do harass quite a lot. I try and dish out quite a bit of damage. We did manage to get that one kill. Lady Geist played a little bit too aggressive. It's quite nice laning versus her, because she obviously does her own damage. She plays where her spells cost her HP. Later on it doesn't matter that much, but in the early game, if you are spamming your spells like she is, you're going to be able to get yourself pretty low without the help of the enemy. Alright, and her Q, you can dodge it. Now I'm playing at a bit of a lag, so I'm struggling to dodge. Sometimes I feel like I'm out of reach and I still get hit, but it's okay, we'll make it work. Alright, well, spamming out, just pushing out the lane, but let's go to the good parts. Let's skip ahead. Now this is something I want to point out. I feel like not enough people know this. In the early game, especially with a farming hero like 7, you can get these camps pretty early on, right? Start farming that camp. I pop my lightning ball and I can take that camp down really quick. So while I'm waiting for my HP to come back up, while I am back there and the lane's pushed up too much, I can still farm. I don't have to sit AFK the whole time. Alright, and you'll see I bought the extra charge just so that I have more lightning bolts to spam out to help me in the laning stage, because yeah, she is dishing out a lot of damage onto me. Now, as soon as we unlock our ultimate, it's time to go in and dish some damage. So we go on the aggression, even though we're not full HP. Out we go, pop the ult. She tries to run, and you can see her hiding. So she's doing really well here, but I know she's hiding just behind this little wall, and I know if I can stun her and deal some damage, she will go down. So there we go, kill secured. And I should be able to pressure this lane and take down the lane as well using your abilities on the Guardian. You'll see here we take the Guardian. I immediately farm the enemy neutral camp and then start roaming around quickly to see if I can help any of my other lanes. I get to the orange lane here. I see Calvin in the back. He's not full HP, but he's not super low. He's not expecting me, so I managed to pop in, use all my abilities, get the stun, get the lightning ball, and get the kill eventually. So helping out my lane, even without the help of my lane. You'll see Infernus was in base, so I just saw the opportunity, especially when you come from a different lane where they're not expecting you, and using abilities like hookshot or like lightning ball where people are not really used to dodging that the whole time in the laning stage. Well, that makes sense to use it then. And here we go, putting pressure on Infernus's lane, helping him with his Guardian, and then again immediately going over to the neutral camp. Unfortunately, there's only one neutral here, but you get the gist, right? Keep farm. I'm going to put some of this on force forward just so you can see how I rotate, where I move. You'll see that I go for Majestic Leap very early on, just so that I can get that high ground and start pushing out the enemies, or dealing damage to the enemies rather. I can see that we have trouble on pink. There's quite a large fight, and that is exactly what we want. We want loads of people all around. I don't think they're expecting the Majestic Leap this early from me, so I'm coming in here, and as I come around the corner, launch up and pop the ult, we're able to do a load of damage to 4 of them. We get 2 kills, alright? That's a 5 kill streak that we got here, and now you can see those guys are out of reach. So I realized, okay, well, we'll have to get the improved reach at some point. But for now, that was awesome. Now, we see a big skirmish over at Hilo. I don't have my ultimate available just yet. It's another 30 seconds on the cooldown. But I am still able to dish out ample amounts of damage with my abilities. Remember, we got the recharge. So just spamming out this electric orb. You can see it's dealing so much damage. They're literally dancing in the orb. I get caught inside of Calvin's dome here. I managed to just dance around him. Luckily there's a couple of us in there, so he can't really focus on me. And the whole team's here. We might as well take on the Guardian. And while they're doing that, I know it's so easy for them to get it. What do? We farm. Just continue to farm. So again, fast forward just to show you guys some of the farming pathways that we're taking. And then we'll make our way to the shop, go buy us some extra items. You'll see at the moment we are focusing spirit items. We're at that stage of the game. So off we go. We are pressuring the orange walker, and I see the opportunity to land a ult. Alright, we get Lady Geist pretty low. I didn't get it all around the corner like I wanted. I wanted to get it further around the corner, but we do manage to get Calvin still. So just 1 kill. Not the greatest ult, but I mean, we made some pretty good ones. So back to farming, I guess. So I noticed they are pushing into our base. I do not have the ult available. That's a great defensive tool, the ult, just to avoid the pushes or to stop the pushes. But like I said, we can still come in here. We can spam some spells, get rid of the creeps, get some farm. And you'll see we are dishing out quite a lot of damage. We get the assist there onto the Wraith, and we get pressured back by the Warden. Make it out of the base, make it out of the claw range. By superior stamina, I need to be able to dodge all these stuns that they want. I don't want them to catch me. Like I said, we're not a very tanky person, alright? We're not going a very tanky build, so we need to be able to dodge as much as possible. We get the assist there on Lady Geist, and I think we might get a kill. No, I'm very scared. I don't want to pressure too much, especially if I'm on my own, but we'll zip in, we get the other kill assist over there, and now focusing on the warden. But this guy is tanky as all hell. I know he is low and he's got the stun on him, so I'm able to pressure him here, but from a safe spot. I did not know that the Wraith was back and she was behind me, but luckily my team is there as well, so they are able to help. With my HP being that low, I don't want to risk it. Head back to base, get the heals up. So far I've got 0 deaths and I'm trying to keep it that way. We're looking for that perfect game. Boys, keeping an eye on the minimap, we get back here, we see that Vindicta is again trying to take down some of our structures. So come in, launch up into the air, get a stun, and then bring her down along with the team here. So good little base defense. They've already taken our tier 3 guardians over there, so she's doing great work there. Even though she is dying, she's still putting up pressure, forcing us back from the map wherever we are. So we decide, okay, let's push out some lanes for the next bit. Now over here I make a bit of a mistake. There's not a great engagement going on, but there is multiple heroes in the area, so I launch up with Mystic Leap, push out the ult, and I just don't get that kill. Everyone is just able to run away, and that's because I don't have the Mystic Slow just yet. You really need that to make sure that they can't get away so quickly. But we decide to push out the lane. We've pushed them back. They're all low, so they're pretty much going to go to base, and I just got to go back, defend the yellow lane, and then off we go. Now we are starting to get pretty strong here. I see Vindicta is pushing out this lane, so I decide to go pay her a visit. I am sure I can win the 1v1 versus her, although I do take my sweet time doing so. But you can see with all this added stamina, I can stick on her and follow her wherever she goes, making sure she doesn't get too far away. And with this last stun, that should be the icing on the cake for us to get the final kill there. So great. And that's good to get her off the map, because she's been pressuring us quite a bit, making sure that we keep on having to back to base. But yeah, if you don't know, you can whack this machine and it'll give you free souls. But it does cost you a little bit of HP though. Now with all that freaking lane pressure that Vindicta has been able to push out, you can see 2 of my teammates are dead already, and we got the whole bloody enemy team over here, and they are already taking on our patron. So I push up, land an ult inside of our base, get that double kill, dish out loads more damage. So this just shows you, with a great ult you are able to push back the enemy, negate a push, and you'll see we have loads of moolah. So straight up for the refresher, I'm going to need that if I am going to defend, because we have already lost our freaking patron's first stage. Alright, we are in trouble here, and that's why I say I nearly lost a perfect game. So far we've still got the perfect score. We haven't died once. We've been able to dodge through everything, and we've been doing loads of damage, been landing great ults, and surviving through everything for the most part. So we get our improved reach, we activate it on our ultimate so that we can obviously hit everyone even from far away. And I see my old nemesis Vindicta. Now I'm spamming out the lane, lightning bolt, just making sure that the creeps stay back, that I keep on pressure, because I don't want them to get in here. I don't want them to get too close. I don't want to have to pop my refresher, even though it is there. I've got it in the back pocket. I just want to save it for in case. Now, keeping an eye on the map, I realize that Vindicta has been alone here the whole time. No one's been with her. So before she takes flight, I land that little stun on her, and we start pressuring her, chasing her. Now I need to be careful. I'm keeping an eye on the map because I don't want to get caught off guard from the guys on the left over there from the orange lane, but nobody's coming to help her, and that enables me to get that solo kill onto Vindicta again. So yeah, we know that we can take her in a 1v1. She keeps on running. I think if she just stood and fought, she might have been able to take me on, because I don't have much HP, right? I'm not very tanky. But yeah, our team is fighting, however, so coming in to help them, we get the kill assist there onto Kelvin. And now again, you'll see always staying somewhere where I can hide behind something, trying to get in range of my stuns. Just spray as much as possible, deal as much as possible damage, but keeping a distance. Now I saw her going in there. I thought I could come around here and catch her when she jumps out that window there, but no, the team manages to take hold of her. So now it's our turn to put up a bit of tower damage. and you can see us pushing in here. I do have double ult available, so you can see me hiding, making sure I don't get damaged, and then launching in with the Majestic Leap. And I haven't used Refresh in front of these guys, so they don't know I have it. I do get the kill onto Warden. I dished out quite a bit of damage. You can see some of them are starting to peek out. They're thinking my ult should run out soon, but I've got the duration extender, and I get gripped, but immediately refresh and ult again. Right, I don't think they were expecting that. So we're able to dish out ample damage again. I'm very low though, so immediately start to get back and try and save that perfect game that we've been having. Back to base week. I make use of the speed boost so I can get in and out really quick. I don't want to lose the pressure that we have, and I'm back in the fight before you know it, and I'm able to start pressuring onto the patron here. We do have Lady Geist causing some problems for us, but with me and Viscous we are able to dish out ample amounts of damage and keep her at bay. We still need to take down that patron. Their enemy patron is not weakened, but in all the furry, in all the fuss, unfortunately, I get taken down, and there goes my perfect game. Start to pressure the enemy base again, and Kelvin has to pop his ult. I just got that, I don't know why exactly, but I am able to take care of him with my abilities, and then I see this entourage of enemies coming at me. Now you can see where this extra stamina that I have comes into play. Alright, I'm able to dodge the whole time. They're not able to keep up. Use the slide to get out of that area. And I just need my Mystic Leap to come off cooldown so that I can jump up, grab the zipline, and get home to safety. Alright, even though we're not having the perfect game anymore, we can be near perfect. Near perfect, good enough, I think. Now, we hear mid-boss going down. I'm pinging to my team to get here as quick as possible, but it's just taking way too long. I thought I could ult and actually deal enough damage to kill them, but with all of them focusing me, that just didn't happen, and I take another L. So while I was dead, they were able to put up a lot of pressure, but immediately we launch into action and land the ult up high. You can see I'm hitting all 6 of the enemy there. We get the kill, we get the kill assist, we get another kill, and we are just dishing out ample amounts of damage. Down goes Vindicta as well. So this is a massive ult. We get another assist. The only person to stay alive so far is Warden over here, and he better run because we're on his case here. We've got to be careful because he is a tanky ass bugger, but luckily we have the assists coming in there. So we take down all 6, and that is how massive an ult can be from 7, right? It could be crazy good in the base defense, especially if the enemy thinks they can take you down while ulting, and they don't have the damage to do so yet. So the team gets into another little scuffle here. I do not have ult available, it's still down for 25, but from the side I can spam out some spells, trying to assist them in any way possible. Once again, you'll see me staying on the edge. I don't want to get down and dirty, I don't want to get in the mix. I don't have the HP for this. You can see how quickly I dropped there. Alright, I went down to below 50% HP. But from here I can just spam out some spells. That was a mistake, me launching in just too deep, but I've got all the stamina in the world to get out again. And I see I've only got 300 HP, so I back off immediately. Someone's got to defend the yellow lane as well. So get back to base and defend a little bit. Make sure that they don't have an easy go away, because our patron is already being attacked by these creeps. I push out the lane a little bit, but I realize that the enemy is pressuring in. They're coming in from blue, so I've got to get back there. I've got double ult available again, and now's the time to use it. Alright, again, 6 heroes being pressured. Down goes Wraith, down goes Vindicta. Bebop falling very low, but manages to escape with just the slither of health. Now we've got Lady Geist and Warden, both of these guys very tanky, and we drop down, refresh, and land the second ult that once again they are not expecting. Kelvin tries to escape, but we set up chase for him, using all that extra stamina to stay close to him, and then we realize Bebop is sitting right out here. Remember Bebop escaped with a slither of HP? Well, we're here to rectify that mistake. Kelvin got away, so we're not going to put up chase for him, and now it's time to put lane pressure up. We can see the end. We just need to get into their base and start pressuring their patron. Now the team does really well here. We all split up, pushing separate lanes, making sure there's lane pressure everywhere, not giving them the gateway that in case we lose a fight, they can come back and get us. Or get into our base really quickly. They've got to push out the lanes themselves. So we get into a big skirmish into their base here. It's 6v4 at the moment. I do not have ult available for another 27 or 25 seconds, but we can still do ample damage with our spells, spamming out the lightning ball, spamming out stuns wherever I can find it, just being disruptive as much as possible. And we have finally weakened their patron. It's got to go down into the pit now, and as soon as it gets into the pit, it's our time to shine. We back off to keep the Mystic Leap active. Our ultimate comes off cooldown, and we launch in and let go the Wrath of Zeus. Down goes Bebop. Loads of damage coming into Geist and Warden. You can see Warden has a lot of resist though, but it's just not enough. We get the kills, we get the dub, and that is a near perfect game with 7, the Lightning God. Guys, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys managed to learn a little bit from my gameplay. If you did, please remember to hit that like, hit that subscribe. As you can see here, the stats don't lie. We did a butt ton of damage, and I hope you guys will see me in the next video. Goodbye now.